Chapter 5. The Final Night on the Summit of Holy Lixta. The darkness had never been as deep as it was that night. The sky, shattered by crimson cracks, felt heavy with the world's breath, as if both earth and heaven knew that something terrible was approaching. On the summit of Holy Light, the highest mountain in the land of Lumina, Jesus stood in silence, his robe trembling in the fierce wind. He looked down upon the valleys where flickering flames glowed like thousands of demonic eyes waiting for a chance to rise. The final hour has come, he said softly, though his voice echoed as if carried by angels across the sky. Behind him, his disciples, those who had followed him through plagues, the great flood, sea monsters, and the rising darkness, made their final preparations for the greatest battle of their lives. The blood moon, PROPHEC. 1 month earlier, a prophecy had been discovered in an ancient temple beneath the sea where Jesus had defeated the sea monster, Leviathan. On its walls, carved in symbols not of this world, a line of text glowed like fresh blood. When the moon turns to blood, darkness shall open its gate. When mankind falls into despair, the light-bearer must step into the night. No one fully understood its meaning, but Jesus did. He always did. And now, in the sky, the moon had changed its color red as the forge of hell, signaling that darkness was gathering. 2. The one from the ABYSS. From the depths of the earth came a rumbling roar, like an ancient dragon awakening. The ground split open, and from the fissures emerged a colossal creature. It was not entirely flesh, nor fully spirita, being torn apart and remade by ancient sorcery. Its body was formed from countless souls of those who had perished in the plagues, and the great flood, ghostly, agonized, like a living nightmare. It was Amadar, the great demon god of despair, long imprisoned beneath the world's stone, light-bearer. Its voice echoed like thousands of voices layered together. You have come. Jesus stepped forward, and the light from him illuminated the entire summit. I came to set them free, he said, not for vengeance. Amadar laughed, a sound so terrible that it made thousands of trapped souls wail. Set them free, or prolong their futile hope. You cannot save a world that chooses its own annihilation. Jesus did not answer. His eyes were filled with compassion, for he knew that even though the being before him was a great demon god, buried deep within, it was once a soul that had known light before darkness devoured it. 3. The Battle of Solsamadar struck first. A storm of blackened souls swept across the mountain, screaming through the minds of the living. The disciples collapsed, grasping their heads, gasping for breath. Only Jesus stood firm. He raised his hand, and from his palm burst a radiant light, a light not only to illuminate, but to heal, soothing the pain of millions of souls shackled within Amadar. The cries softened. The souls curled within the monstrous body trembled, as if touched by forgotten memories of peace. Amadar screamed in agony, "Stop! Your light burns me." "No," Jesus replied. "The light does not burn. It reveals the truth." He took a step forward, and another dot with each step. The ground brightened beneath him, the summit grew warmer, and even the thick darkness pulled away, as if being pushed aside. Amadar retreated, feeling for the first time fear. For memories of the first age, do you remember? Jesus asked. When the world was young, when light and darkness were not enemies. Amadar growled, but his voice trembled. I do not remember. You were once a guardian of this world, Jesus said, a pure soul. Be silent. Amadar lunged, each attack thunderous, as if he intended to tear the sky apart. Rocks exploded, the mountain shook, and the heavens seemed ready to collapse. But Jesus did not strike back. He only raised his hand to block, and every blow from Amadar dissolved into light. I do not fight to defeat you, Jesus said. I fight to free you. Amadar froze. In that instant only a heartbeat the world felt motionless. The final TMPTITO, and suddenly, A shadow appeared behind Jesus. It whispered, "You could save them, with just one surrender. Take my power." You know it. It was the embodiment of temptation, the same presence that once appeared in the desert now, 1,000 times stronger, fed by humanity's collective fear. "You can save the world," it hissed. "All you must do is trade their freedom. Control them with absolute power." Jesus closed his eyes. From the depths of his heart, he whispered, "Love does not control. Love does not coerce. Love only guides." When he opened his eyes, his light shattered the shadow of temptation, causing it to vanish like mist. Amadar watched, and for a moment in those demonic eyes, there was something like envy. "Why are you always stronger than me?" Amadar asked. "Why do you not fear?" Jesus answered, his voice gentle as the wind. "Because I love them, and I love you as well." Amadar staggered back, his entire form trembling. The souls within him began to glow, as if responding to Jesus' words. "No, don't say that. I don't deserve. No one deserves it." Jesus smiled. "But I give love, as I give light, without asking for worthiness." Amadar roared again, but this time it was no longer anger, only sorrow and hope.